seems that way.
And it seems like
but it's not
a month
that way.
has passed since we were there, but it's not even been.
There has
been a full month? Wow.
It's been an entire month, yes.
Yeah.
Folks, we have the amazing Angela from Cosplay Portray on the show with us. She's as big a nerd as anybody. Whenever I'm around her, when we're not working, we talk nerd, and these conversations we're having right here are normal. You're a fan of a lot of SCW shows, aren't you?
I am a fan of quite a few of them, and I do disagree with you on a lot of the points, but everyone has their own perspective, and that's why those shows are on the air.
Which one's your favorite?
You want to guess?
It's an arrow, isn't it?
Ta-da!
Which one was a Sprite?
Arrow.
You girls, and listen, I love Steven. He's not a strong actor.
I can
wish
watch
he
his
was
workout scenes over and over.
I agree that. I do agree
He's
with you.
not
He's a good actor. He's not a strong actor.
If you're going to have a lead like that, you need to be a much stronger actor than I think being up in Canada is affecting his brain or something.
It didn't really affect the Winchester brothers at all, moving to Canada.
Actually, they're not strong actors either. They just are giving, I mean, they're giving great stories. The first 6 seasons of that show were there were some amazing stories.
Amazing plot lines.
But they're not the strongest of actors, and they were not given much to work with. And they've been playing it so long.
They never thought it would go this long. They had no idea.
I disagree with the fact that it's still going this long. That's a whole other story. Are you going to introduce your cosplayers soon to us?
I will. This is the lovely Harlan. She's our special effects guru.
Awesome!
And this is...
Does she blow stuff up?
She can do whatever you like. Just don't talk to Homeland Security about it. And this is our CNC shredder, a.k.a. Jeff. And he doesn't speak much due to his mask. This causes talking issues.
Great. He's one of my favorite shredders I've seen in recent years.
Kevin Eastman left him.
I forgot he was at Planet Comic-Con. I never actually got a chance to even see him. That's how
Not only did he get to see him, he got to talk to him, and he got to give him a gift.
Nice.
And had a picture made with him.
Nice.
I gave him one of my foot headbands, and he said it was going straight in his studio at home.
Nice.
Nice. Goals.
I gotta ask, because we were talking about Steven and how I discovered how bad Steven was as an actor by watching a small part of the last Turtles movie. And that's literally, I didn't even get through it all, I'll be honest with you. So, how did you feel? Because I can tell from your costume you're kind of an old school fan of the show, which is cool. The cartoon was just so funny. The cartoon was so good. The comics were so good. And the movie idea never really took off well. So, what do you feel about the newer stuff from them versus even the older stuff, which actually, they got 3 movies out of it, so. I think.
Well, the only reason I watched the new one is because my first gig was an appearance at the movie theater. And then my payment was a free movie.
I will do it every time.
I wanted the Shredder. To me, the Shredder character is as important as the Turtles character. And so I was really disappointed with the overall.
Yeah, very disappointing.
The rewrite for those characters for the Turtles, I was okay with it. I was on board with it. Like, that kind of makes a little bit of sense. It's about time someone said that. So taking that little bit of evolution for these characters, I was cool with. But then they brought Shredder out, and I was like, oh, okay, never mind. Take it all back.
False alarm.
So what else did you guys cosplay? Because I see what appears to be a Little Red Riding Hood, possibly.
She usually does anime.
I do a lot of anime and
Nice.
video game cosplays.
Yeah, video games. Ooh, that was actually my next topic.
The horror game 5 Nights at Freddy's a lot.
Oh goodness, I'm so sick of that stupid.
I just like the cosplays because I like humanizing the character and bringing my own sewing aspects into the outfit. I'm redoing the outfit, and all of it's been sewn by me. The pattern's all been drafted by me, and it helped me improve my makeup skills.
Nice. So,
Now that's talking nerd right there.
hey, anything but 5 Nights at Freddy, I'm okay with it. I see so much of that.
Yeah, it gets a little old in a lot of the fandoms, like 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
Little trolls.
Yes. But you mentioned video games, and there's just so much going on with the video game world right now. It's insanity. At times I'm like, am I in the right business? Because there's so much going on.
Right.
Far Cry 5 is like weeks from coming out, if I'm not mistaken. Not out already. The whole world is excited about that. Injustice 2, though. That's because we've talked about DC. My mistake we did for a while. Injustice 2. The amount of fandom behind this game right now. And I remember buying the first one, pissed off, because I beat it in less than 3 hours. I mean, you don't buy games like that for that. I do, because that's me. Because I don't want to I'm not giving people money to play online. You know, listen, I gave you $80 for the game originally. Can I just play the game?
Bless you.
So,
Bless you.
so after I give you your money, you have my money. I've given you enough money already. I should be able to play the game for a couple of weeks. It's like, the Teenage Ninja Turtles game. I know you have a point to say on that, Jeff, but I know you won't, so just keep talking. So I expect to play the game a lot more than a couple, 3 hours. But Injustice 2, have you guys seen some of this? The gameplay, the trailers, the information about this particular game? The world has gone nuts for it. Darkseid, Black Lightning, every variation of Robin. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, every Jason Todd variation of Robin. Everything that Jason Todd has played, I believe, is in this game. I could be mistaken, but DC and the makers of Injustice 2 are about to make some money, because the game itself is $60. But then you go online and buy the most expensive expansion pack is $100.
Oh my gosh.
And there's actually, right now, there's 70 on PlayStation 4. There are 72 add-ons to this game. It is so cool. They're gonna so get my money.
They can have my money right now.
They are so gonna get my money. And like I said, I like the first one and some of the things they did. I like when they brought Injustice to my phone app. I used to get so much trouble at work. If I was not working, I was playing some Injustice on my phone. It was awful. But they get you're a gamer, and I know he's a gamer even though he won't admit to it, and I know Angela is a little bit. So from Injustice 2, or even just on those lines, because they've got some great storylines, what characters would you like to cosplay? And you two can answer too, because I know you two like to cosplay too.
I would love to do a Red Hood cosplay. I am
Nice.
such a fan of Jason Todd. I would love to do a female version, or even just try to do the male version. I would cut and dye my hair just cosplay as Jason
Man, a
Todd.
gender bend for Red Hood would be great.
I know.
Yes.
I would love to get into
I
making the
love
armor
that
and the
idea.
helmet.
Absolutely.
I'm obsessed. I've been reading the comics and watching the stuff since I was 12. He's my favorite DC character.
If I could cosplay as Sandman, I'd be happy. But I like Dark Horse comics.
See, I'm
Well, see,
pretty
there's the
sure-
Sandman on DC. It's actually really cool. I don't like him, but he's cool.
I'm pretty sure the last time we checked, they have a Black Canary in Injustice 2.
She's
And I've
actually-
already cosplayed that, but
Black Canary is such an interesting character because DC doesn't like changing her that much.
Is she the Screamer?
Yes.
Every
I
once in a
love
while,
her.
they'll put pants on her and it just doesn't look right.
I like her fishnets.
But for the
I like
most part, they
fishnets.
don't change. They'll change her hair and a few minor things, but for the most part, they never actually change Black Canary at all because, well, I don't know, but just kind of like Power Girl, they rarely change. They've cut her hair and they've let it go long. That's about all they've ever done with Power
Here's your
Girl.
haircut. Have a nice day.
At one point, I believe her costume looked a little bit like Emma Frost. That's about it. That's the only change they ever made, really. What are you doing?
check out all the characters.
Pretty cool, right?
It is pretty cool on there, and so like
They have
still
Wonder
got red
Woman
hair.
and Poison Ivy.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I would have to do a gender bent Green Lantern. I think
They
that would be
have,
pretty
if
cool.
I'm not
Which Green
mistaken,
Lantern?
The
they
one
have,
that's new Injustice.
I believe they actually have 3 of them on there. I believe it's Guy Gardner, Hal Jordan, and John Stewart.
See, I
Which
was
John Stewart is my favorite, and he was in Justice League Dark.
I loved John Stewart.
He's actually a fan favorite, but yet DC and DC television, DC has a problem with using that particular character. They think Hal Jordan is the favorite. It's Jon Stewart, Kyle Reiner, then Hal. It's Jon Stewart, Kyle Reiner, Guy Gardner, then Hal Jordan.
I really liked Jon Stewart in the original DC animated show, and then when he was in Unlimited, it was wonderful. I loved Unlimited.
And oddly enough, I'm not even going to get into it. I'm not even going to talk about that. Because I like the
whole other
game.
tangent.
Well, no, because I was getting ready to talk about some stuff that I really don't need to be talking about. And we're just going to move on past that because we've got so much stuff, so many things to cover, and so many things have been happening in the world. You guys have a con coming up, don't you?
Oh, we have a nice con coming up. Yes, we do. It's called Extremicon. It's going to be on Father's Day weekend. Perfect time for the dads to bring their little kidlets out and get to.
Okay.
I mean, they have to. They have to envision, you know.
Okay, if you got kidlets, please make sure they're potty trained before you bring them to the con. I'm just saying.
And do not have them on a leash, for the love of all things holy. Do not put them on a leash.
But it's so convenient.
It is convenient. But Extremicon is going to be amazing. It is a con for cosplayers. It's completely for cosplayers. They're going to have a car show, a karate tournament, cosplay contest. I'm going to be one of the cosplay judges. Shredder's going to be one of the cosplay judges. I do believe that even you're going to be present there. Pretty sure, actually. And, you know, it's on Father's Day weekend, but it's especially good for all the dads that always wanted to take their kids out to a con and couldn't actually afford to get into one because it's extremely affordable. It's extremely affordable, and we're all going to be there. It's going to be great.
Like, I'm really excited because I didn't even realize that there
Hi, this is Tom Kane, the voice of a Jedi Master named Yoda, and you're listening to Fanatics and the Fan.
con. Like, I thought that every con was a cosplay con. So, like, when he told me that there was one just dedicated to cosplay, I was like, that's a thing? Like, I didn't even realize that, you know, there was something like that. So I'm really excited about going to that one, especially. So,
Yeah, it's going to be in, is it St. Robert's?
Yeah, St. Robert's.
Is it St. Robert or St. Roberts? I
think
can't
it's St.
remember.
Robert's.
So it's near Lebanon. It's past Lebanon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. I'm going to have a great time at that one.
It's at Fort Leonard Wood by the base.
Oh.
And they've got...
Okay, so that's only about an hour and a half from here.
They've got
Not too far.
some great artists is going to be there. Our buddy Dave Fox going to be there.
Oh, David's
It's
gonna be there,
be
forgot.
so much fun. I'll probably have him on the show again. David, believe it or not, I like having David on the show because he is such a nerd. And I know he's listening, so I'll say that again. He is such a nerd.
In such a good way.
Oh, man.
Hi, David.
Oh, man, I actually got to listen. Also, one of the big things is the first place for Fanatics and the Fan to pass out, hand out, let people be involved with our Xbox One giveaway is going to happen at Extremicon. We had mentioned this on our last show, and I'm going to mention it again. It's going to be the last time I mentioned it before Extremicon, but I'd actually get real in-depth with it. Fanatics and the Fan is giving away an Xbox One this year at GAME, the Gaming Arts Media Expo, one of our favorite places to be. But we because it's for charity, Heroes Alliance, we do things leading up to it. So your first chance to sign up for the Xbox One is going to happen at GAME. Extremicon. Sorry, I apologize. I'll say that again. The first chance for you guys to actually sign up for the Xbox One is at Extremicon. Now, those of you that are subscribers to Fanatics and the Fan, you're already signed up for it. So just for listening to us right now, you guys are already signed up for the Xbox One. We got any Xbox players over there? You guys like Xbox?
Oh, yes.
I'm a strict PlayStation.
Yeah! See, I knew I was going to like you.
Oh, I like you already too.
Xbox all the way.
But hey, when someone gives you
Go
a
ahead.
free PS3, you're just like, I'm a PlayStation person now?
Kind of like if someone gave you an iPhone over Android.
Or kind of like
I'm
someone
more of an
gives you a free
Angela
Xbox
and I
One.
get each other. Xbox
Like
and
Fanatics
iPhone.
and the Fan.
So what are you
Imagine that.
playing? What are you playing right now?
I don't like to tell people that I play Halo, but I play Halo.
You can tell people, hey, listen, I've played, believe it or not, the last game that came out, the story of it was so strong. They went all out for writing, acting, voice acting, and things like that. The production for the last Halo was just amazing. And I was impressed enough to where I'm like, you know what? Maybe video game production is the thing that a person should be in. Not, movies aside, web series aside, maybe I need to look into because Halo had a really strong story.